Welcome to the Diamond Hands podcast, where medicine meets momentum and branding becomes a leadership system. I'm Leslie Tracy Craditchville, co-founder of Diamond Hands Media. I build aesthetic brands that lead, with a background in employee benefits and business finance, so brand becomes authority and asset value. This is mindset, money, and marketing for founders building brands that run without them. Because brand isn't a logo, it's how you lead.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Hands podcast. Today we have a special treat for you. So we have the founders of Muse Aesthetics Bar. We have nurse practitioners Kiara Muse Whitfield and her twin sister Kristi Muse. And the great thing, I wanted to reach out to them because, they're more than a spa. They're a combination of vision, discipline, and generational excellence that we're going to get into. And so what began as a shared commitment to clinical mastery has evolved into this beautiful brand. And you guys need to study their brand that really redefines what it means to deliver aesthetics care with both precision and soul. So guys, Muse is where science meets artistry and beauty. These girls are fabulous. Welcome.
Thank you for having us so much.
Of course, yes. And so, I always kind of start with, going back to the beginning because we all have a reason why we are the way we are right now, And, so I want to ask you, who are Kiara and Kristi when you're not bombshelling, looking like Beyonce in these Muse streets?
The ultimate.
The ultimate.
That's a loaded question. So I feel like, your experiences make you who you are in life. I feel like things you go through, the things you've seen.
You're a mom.
Yes, well, I so many things. Like I was an RN for about 9 years before I went back to become an NP.
Yes.
And I just feel like going through a lot of things at a young age shaped me. I was diagnosed with cancer at 27 years old with lymphoma. Beat that. So that was a whole thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I was going through that, a lot of the things that helped me was beauty treatments. I know that sounds crazy, but I was
look
going
forward to it.
I was going to the med spa a lot. We weren't here yet. This was 10 years ago. I was getting things done. I was engaged, so I was getting ready for my wedding. So I said, I still want to look good, like even though I, lose my hair and everything. So it was like a whole thing for me. And that's when I really got into it and start researching. And I was like, I love this. Like, start getting treatments done. And so
That's when we also realized that we needed more diversity in the industry and market because a lot of places that we would go wouldn't know what to do with us.
Yeah, basically.
And that could be a thing, in the South.
Yeah. Louisiana.
Yeah, we are in Louisiana. I really know as much as somebody in like California or Florida or something.
Yeah.
But we did notice that.
Yeah.
Like we kind of have to do our own research.
Right.
When we went.
So that's got the ball rolling. Start doing the research ourselves. And I said, the goal was always to go back because in Louisiana, you have to be a nurse practitioner to inject.
Yes.
So eventually we did. Both we went back together, finished it all together. We did RN school together. We did NP school together.
Yes.
And so we were like, okay, we need experience.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking we would go work somewhere. We were hoping together, but that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Go get a job, get some experience, and then one day open our own med spa.
Yeah.
But we were like, you know what? Yeah, why don't we it's two of us. We're already here. We can just train our own. We're like, why don't, and my husband, director, he was like, why don't y'all can do this. He was like, y'all know, everything. Y'all have the brand already. Y'all have the name already, Muse, So we were like, you know what? Let's just give it a try. See how it really was like a random.
Yeah. I love that.
Glad we did. I know. Because we love
it. Is so beautiful though. I mean, it's just like because, And I talk about it so often. It's like everything that we need is literally inside of us. And this world that we've been grown up into, with the school system and all these things, we always think that we need to depend on someone else to validate us and validate our skills and validate all the things that we can do if we just practice. Because no matter how much you go to school, you got to practice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no way you're going to do that unless you get out in the world and throw some punches yourself.
Yes, you can study it all you want until you start doing it.
Right.
And you do it daily.
Yeah. Starting a business taught us more, I feel like, than working somewhere would have ever taught us.
Yes. Yeah.
We had to learn everything as we went.
And we want it to be full service. I know there are some places that only inject, but we wanted you to be able to get everything here.
Right.
Like your skincare, laser, your injectables, wellness. We do weight loss. Wanted you to be able to, we don't have to send you nowhere else.
Right.
Exactly. You like to have a kind of a contained atmosphere for your patients. And I love that. So, I want to ask you guys too, what did you believe about success growing up? Did you grow up in Baton Rouge as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you're homegirls. That's even more beautiful. So what do you believe about success growing up in Baton Rouge? With that, tell me about your parents and the examples that you saw growing up, and what other role models did you have that kind of like inspired that, and you're like, I can do this. I can go out on my own.
Our parents are definitely role models. Like they are. They really are. And I feel like they instilled in us from the time I can remember.
Yeah. And they're kind of an anomaly here also. Like they're both college graduates. Like
they've been married for 40
something.
What year?
I don't even know.
Their anniversary is today. It is. Oh my gosh. Yes. Like 43 years.
Yes.
Oh, I hate for this to sound like, Kanye-ish, but I always knew that we would be successful.
Like that.
It felt like it was attainable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they were very successful, especially for their time, I feel like. And they
pushed us. They taught us we could do anything. Like we were never scared to do this.
No.
I feel like people always ask us like, oh, were y'all scared like to open? Like you didn't know if you were gonna have any patients. I'm like, no, I guess you have to have a little bit of that.
And they're very supportive of us. They were willing to help in any way they could when we started, and to have that support means a lot.
That's important.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
It's huge. And but let's take it back a few steps. Anybody who has done anything amazing has support. Yo, Jeff Bezos, okay, he got a little hundred thousand from his parents, okay, and that was what he used. Did he have to have the work ethic to turn it into something? Yes, but they were like, all right, we believe in you, right?
We got a little support from them too.
Right.
We had to,
Yes.
because they were our first and only investors.
Right.
They helped us start this, and they gave us the little small investment, and we turned it into a brand.
Yeah.
Exactly. You flipped it. You turned it.
Yeah.
We gotta do that. Like a family of entrepreneurs as well. Like we have a family farm as well.
Yeah.
So my dad and his brothers, so they have like a sibling business as well. Muse Farm.
It's so cute. They do like tours, and you can go out there and play with all the animals, and
I know.
and they do a farmer's market. They have like all organic and fresh everything.
And they provide like restaurants in the area with organic food. So I would say it's in us.
Yeah.
It's definitely in you. Tell me about your mom. So your dad has a farm. So you see him doing this. He's in the community. He's like, organic, health, all of that. Yeah. So you're related to what you're doing too. And so tell me about your mom. What is she like?
My mom, we always saw her. She's in accounting. So we always saw her going to the office.
Right.
So that was the business part.
Yes.
She's always dressed up every day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to the T, like makeup,
Yeah.
like every day. And she loved it. She loved her job. And
Yeah. Until she retired.
yeah, she didn't even want to.
Yeah.
But it was time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So she helps us here sometimes.
she does.
Now that
I
she's
love
free.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. So that can't be discounted. A family is so important when you're starting your business because it's hard in the beginning. And if you don't have the support, people that believe in you. And so now I see where y'all get it from, the farmer mentality. You have to reap what you sow, right?
Yeah.
You plant good seeds, you get good crop, right?
Yes.
And then business baddie out here, CPA, numbers, dressing to the nines. Apple does not fall far from the tree. You guys come from good stuff.
Thank you. We do. We love them.
Yes.
So we wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
No, yeah.
Oh, and I love that. And so, Black dollars is something that is growing and it's going to continue to grow. And so I want to ask you about representation. And I don't want to make it about race and all these things, but I do think it's important for us to talk about this because we are severely underrepresented in medical aesthetics on the business side and the medical side, right? And so I want to ask you, even being a role model in the community, how has that been impactful for you guys to show other women or other young people you can do this. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing on your shoulder saying you can't do this. Tell me more about that.
Think it has made us notice the impact because so many, minorities, students, they come up to us and tell us, and we're like, wow, like we didn't realize
that y'all really watching.
Y'all knew who we were or anything. And they were like, we'll go place, and they were like, I was in the mall one day, literally. This girl was like, it's you. I'm like, who? She was like, you're one of the muses. And she was like, oh my God, I love y'all. I'm in school and you really inspired me. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
so we
crazy.
try to remember that.
Yeah.
And how you kind of don't know where to start when you're starting.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do have students come in, ask to shadow, we always say yes.
We do.
We find a day, even though we're busy. So we try to do that.
Because we remember when we were in school, how hard it was. And if you want to get into the industry, how hard it is. And especially for minorities. So we try to give everybody a chance to really at least see how it is. See if we really want to do this and get that experience. So we try our best to give back and to show,
representation matters.
Yes, it's possible. It's hard, but it's possible, and we can do hard things.
And I always like to say, we created what we wished existed.
Right.
So we didn't have it.
Yeah.
So we had to make it.
So you may not have, it may seem like, oh, it's not there, what I want to do. Aesthetics for NPs wasn't even a thing back when we wanted to do it. We were like, oh, we'll have to go to medical school. Like, what are we going to do? Like, you know what I mean? So that's why. So you have to create the things that you wish existed. You have to build your own table. I was
Yes.
Nobody was inviting us to do theirs. So we're like, let's build our own.
That is the truth, though. And I could even say from my experience, it's like you have to show up like you belong. Yep. Because what do they say? You have to be before the world responds to you, right?
Yeah. I belong everywhere.
Yeah.
Amen.
Having that mentality has helped us.
It has.
Once we opened and everything, I feel like we're so well accepted in this.
Because we were confident.
Yeah, in our industry, in this community. Like all big, plastic surgery places and all these places over here, they really respected us. And who we are too.
Exactly.
That takes that too.
Yeah.
That also goes with your training.
Right.
Branding and marketing is important. First and foremost, but you can do all of that, but if you don't know what you're doing in your clinic,
right,
the reputation is not gonna hold.
Yeah.
So I would say we did start with a lot of training as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, and we talked to a lot of freshman practice owners here too. So when you're starting with training, what would you recommend a new practice owner to, what training would you recommend that they take, not only for injectables, but even from a skincare perspective? How do you think that comes together?
If you can, I would try to train hands-on with somebody, find somebody in your city that you can do a private. But if you can't, I would start with a basic course, like a basic Botox, a basic, maybe not even filler yet, but the basics of Botox,
just the fundamentals, because you need the didactic first. You got to understand the anatomy. You have to understand the face, the vessels, the muscles. And a lot of people don't even realize that. Like, if you don't have that, so get that foundation first. Once you have that, I think
Then don't wait. Go do an advanced training.
yeah.
Practice.
Don't wait is the key.
Yeah, don't wait because you're gonna forget if you're not doing it every day. So next, you need to do an advanced training. You need to do at least 3 models that day, and then the next day you need to start working.
Yeah. You need to do it every day.
You need to start get your mom in there, practice on her.
Right. Some people who will let you do it for free, whatever, but you gotta do it every day to perfect that skill. Yes. You can't just do it once a month or every
I took a class last year and now I want to start injecting. No.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. And what you guys said, and that's very important because this is some of the challenges that I see with the schools because they don't provide enough models, or it's like, oh, they're saying, oh, we're doing this class, but there is 1 model and there's 10 of you. It's like, how are you going to be able to even practice?
Right.
And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. So many of these schools are not great. So I really love what you said. Like, if you can, shadow someone if you can. And if you're going to take a course, practice on somebody, as soon as you can, because otherwise you kind of leave that on the table.
Make sure it's a legit course.
Right. Like that part.
We found a really good injector in our city.
Yeah. She's amazing. You probably know her, actually. She's a national trainer.
Oh, she's a game trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, then I probably know who it is.
But she's kind of mentored us as well. So it's good to that person in the industry. You could call. She was like, call me for whatever, like business, whatever, injector. So it's good to have that person too. You can't just be in it on your own. You have to have that backup.
And that brings us to another thing about networking. Because do you remember how we first met?
Well, we were filming you, and I was like, y'all are so pretty, and we put you in the video for Aesthetic Record.
We were at Aesthetic Next. Yes. This was like, you have to go to these things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
But it's true.
Our mentor actually invited us to Aesthetic Next, so we didn't even know about it.
But she was like, y'all need to come. And it was like the next day, and we got a flight, and we went.
The next day. She was like, you need to be there. We was like, okay, gotcha. So we were there.
You saw the opportunity and you went.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that so many people don't do, and they wonder why they're not successful. Because when we call opportunity begets opportunity. And so when you're out there and you're just moving in the stream of life, all these things start happening for you, and you're like, how? But it's just because you're moving.
Right. Like we're on here today because we went there,
Yeah.
So
Literally. Really. And that's how we met. I was obsessed. I was like, one of our videographers was like, who are these girls? I was like, those are the Muse sisters, honey. I was like, get them in that video. They better be front and center. And so in the business, I do want to ask you, so like, what roles do each of you like play in the business? Like, who's the technician? Who's the visionary? Or would you say you both are kind of similar that way? No, you're twins, but you don't think exactly the same.
We're very different in that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say she's more of like the technical. Yeah. I'm more of the like creative.
Yeah, for sure. I'm more of the everything, like checking the emails,
the business
part. Making sure everything is in order, inventory and all that. Like,
that's definitely her.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm more of the, can you please do that? I don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
But I can do this consultation
right
from head to toe if I need to.
Yeah, I'm like, you go do the consultation
and you'll leave with a full, complete plan.
Yeah.
Excited to do it,
That is so great. But I think any business needs that to operate, because it's like, if you don't have that as a business partner, you need to hire for it, right? It's like,
it helps that we do have our strengths. And play off each other. Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. And, so now you're in year 3, you're going into year 4 of your business. You guys have been killing it. You've done 7 figures. You're on your way to 8. Let's speak it into existence. Okay. Speaking of existence, we're on our way to 8. So like, as you grow, what is your biggest challenge, I would say, as an entrepreneur now, as you're continuing to scale, bring people on your team, and tell me about something that you've actually like kind of overcome as you've been kind of shifting upwards over time?
Probably overcome like thinking we have to do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Like you have to delegate.
Yeah.
We have an esthetician now
Yeah.
because we were doing all the
We
things.
were doing skincare.
'Cause we had to let go of some of the control. You know,
Yes.
like they can do their job.
Yeah. We want it done this way. Like,
Should let her do it the way she does it.
you know.
So started to scale.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 employees now.
Yeah.
Started with just us 2, so now it's a team of 5.
Yes.
We're hoping to grow.
So the biggest challenge, though, I think, with the growth,
We grew faster than we thought we would.
right?
And we grew out of our space quickly.
Yeah.
That was a big challenge. We're still here.
Yeah. But we need more room for
Definitely
sure.
need more room. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But I would say getting funding
Right.
is an
With the
issue.
investors.
The investors, the banks.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
It is.
We did not pay ourselves for a long time.
Yeah.
And people need to know that. That's normal.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
That is very
I don't want people to think like you just get into this and you
You're
get
like
rich.
rich, or or that we're just
We weren't
rolling
even
money.
getting a check for over a year,
right.
which is the norm.
It's standard.
Yeah, it is. And you have to keep going
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
every day, even though you're not getting paid.
That's literally what it is, because at the beginning, when we start our businesses, all we have is a vision. And other people may not necessarily believe in us yet. And even if they do, we have bills to pay, we have people to hire, we have things to do. So that was funny. I was reading a newsletter from Alex Harmozy this morning, and he was like, you need to choose a shape of the business that you like. He's like, because every business has a shape.
Right.
And when you're in the service business, it's a diagonal shape that goes up. It's something that's down in the beginning,
Yeah.
but you just have to stick with it.
Right.
And then and as long as you're doing good things, which you guys are, it goes up.
Just hang in there because
You
it's
just gotta hang in.
I mean, most people are not going to want to go a year or 2 years without getting paid. But if
We
it's
do.
your passion, your vision,
The
You're like,
potential, we knew
yeah,
it's definitely worth
yeah,
every payless week.
right.
No, I've been through that too. It is worth every payless week. It is worth everything you put on the credit cards. It is worth everything that you got to do.
I
And
mean, just being happy every day to go to work, to come in here, to do what you love, that's a blessing in itself,
that is
So
that
a lot of people can't say the same. So
Yeah, it's a blessing.
very grateful for that. Mm-hmm.
I know.
This to be flexible,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
the potential.
I
of
get
it.
to work with my sister every day. This is always my dream. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
I love that. And so I want to ask you a personal question. So you guys are twinsies. Like, has there ever been a time when it's the differences that you guys have interfered with like your growth or a big decision, and you had to be like, okay, we need to figure out how to work this out? And like, you don't have to tell of all your business, obviously, but like, is there anything?
Not necessarily, just that we are in different stages of life, kind of. Like, I have a
Mhm.
child.
She's been married for 10
I've been
years.
married for
I just got engaged, so
Congrats, girl. Welcome
He's
to
in
the
a club.
club. Welcome to the club. Yes.
but it's totally different. Being married for 10 years.
Right.
I'm just getting engaged. She has a child.
Right.
Like just a different lifestyle.
Yes.
I think.
Because she was like jet setting, like living her best life before she got engaged, like, and I'm like here, like, we need to lock in, like, we need to do this. And she's like, I'm in Paris. And I'm like, I'm at work and she's in Paris. We're in 2 different time zones. I'm like, I need you to call the pharmacy. And she's like, I'm literally in Hermes. Like, what? So
I love that. I love that.
what's the coming together of like, okay.
Yeah, but I feel like now it's more of
Similar.
Yeah.
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 I think that's so cute.
He's not.
Yeah. I'm settling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're starting. You're settling up. It's a different type of life. We're no longer for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we bring the streets to us. They come into our business. Okay, difference
in like
Mhm.
I wouldn't say priorities, but just
Mhm.
lifestyles. And we had to like learn how to bring that together. Like, okay,
Yeah. And I have to be gone sometimes.
Right.
And we work it out. She has to be gone sometimes. And I'm like, I can't be mad at her for that, because I do it too.
Yes.
But yeah.
That's
No, we
true.
actually never ever fight.
I know. It's always weird. We really don't.
No, we usually we kind of think the same.
We do.
So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because we don't really disagree.
Not really.
We usually, I guess, being around somebody for so long, you start to think alike. So we usually have the same idea about most things.
I
So
love that.
that's a blessing in itself to have a business partner like
Right.
that.
Because I've seen some people like, oh, I'll start with my best friend, and
Yeah.
it does not end
No, it's
well.
different. The trust is here. I know she's never gonna.
Yeah, that's a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a big thing too, because, but no matter if it's sisters or I've talked to husband and, we have husband and wife entrepreneurs that are business partners and things. It's the same thing. It's like when you have kind of these like differences in lifestyle or what you value at the time, you do have to work through those. And that's just a business thing, because we have different personalities. It's
Absolutely.
And so something I wanted to talk to you too, because I know you guys have a very high standard for yourself. So, Black consumers spend 11 times more on skincare per capita than the general population. That's a huge number. We love our skin. Okay.
We do.
Yet only 2.5% of beauty brands are Black owned. So I know we talked about getting funding, things like that, but banks are different than venture, obviously. But, how do you believe you exist in tension with that data? How does that affect how you even take care of your patients and how you even think about your business in 10, 15, 20 years? Especially with venture capitalists come trying to buy everyone.
Right. I know.
Well, we're definitely making our own skincare line.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.
We need it.
We've tried everything. We kind of know what works now, doing your own, trial research. So we know what people need, what people are coming in and asking for, and what they can't find. So that's a good thing. People come in, I can literally talk to you for 10 minutes and give you a full, what you need to do, for this, because it's over and over. It's the same thing, especially for people like skin of color, hyperpigmentation,
Uneven tone, texture. They think they have big pores.
Yes. So it's certain things we're seeing over and over again. So I think that's helping us to kind of shape what we want to offer for our skin. Yeah. So definitely it's going to be focused a lot on pigment, hydration and moisture.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, my skin is dry. And most of the time it's not really dry. It looks oval because you're lacking something or another. So yeah.
And we also get a lot of first timers because they're into skincare, but they weren't going to med spas because they just thought traditionally that's not for us. Or every once in a while we get, somebody who's the unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's been going forever.
Yeah.
And they know their stuff.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of first timers.
We have to do a lot of education. So it's important that we know what we're talking about because we got to teach them, about skin, about this, about that. But we
manage a lot of expectations.
There's a market for it because of the data of what you were talking about. So a lot of people don't know that, that we spend a lot on looks, on beauty,
on luxury.
Oh, it's right here on here.
Yeah.
They are, yeah.
They might not be telling everybody they're doing it,
But yeah.
Definitely not tell nobody about this.
Yeah.
definitely.
The market is there. It's very much there. So we're here to serve.
Yes, because I do think there has to be an element of, oh, wow, FUBU, for us, by us. Wow, I haven't seen that for a hot minute. But there has to be an element of that. And I do not think there is, and guys who are listening, I'm not racist or anything like that, but I do not think that there's anything wrong with us saying, I want to go to a Black med spa owner, or, I want to buy a Black owned skincare. I want, as long as they're good. Yeah, as long as they're good, they're credentialed, they get results.
Exactly.
Even,
experts and they look like me,
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And there has to be more of it.
And I
because as you said,
I mean, I've been going. There were none when I was going, and I trusted them. I knew them. I loved them
Because they were good.
Black.
because they were good.
They were good.
Yeah.
That didn't matter.
So that's why we say it's important to us to not just be like, expect patience because we're Black, but because we are good. Also.
Because you are good.
Right.
Yes.
So I want people to know that.
Like,
Right.
we have a very diverse patient population.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like 50-50.
Right. I
Really.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's more than a Caucasian med spa. They will not say it's 50-50.
Right.
Yeah.
They would say it's 80-20 or 90-10.
Yeah.
You see? And so that representation does make a difference, right? And so I want to ask you guys too. So how do you measure impact beyond revenue? Like, what are some of the stories that are like, wow, this is why I get up and this is why I do what I do?
We get them a lot.
We do. I love that.
And like when we hand somebody the mirror and they like literally
Cry.
Yes. I was like, oh my God.
I know. I'm like, you never know what people are really going through, like mentally, and like how they feel about themselves, their self-esteem.
Yeah.
It's like, those are the stories. You're like, wow, like
This is why.
yeah, like you can change lives in many ways, not just
Yes.
bedside. Like this is life changing also, and not just for vanity. Like we have new moms that'll come in. They're like, okay, it's my first time back after having a baby, and I don't feel like myself. I just want to look better, so we'll do the full thing or whatever they need, and they'll come back and like,
Even with our weight loss patients.
yes, you can see the confidence. Like they just act like a totally different person. Like they're happy. Like we had one patient, and she literally told me, she was like,
I know what you're about to say.
yeah, and it was extreme to me, but I was like, wow. She was like, I did not even want to live anymore. She was like, I was ready to like end it all before this. He was like, I was just not myself. And
She felt ugly. I couldn't lose weight. I was so unhappy and depressed.
And I was like, what? And I didn't even know it was, that deep for her, but it was. And she was like, I just love y'all forever. Like, y'all don't even realize how much y'all changed my life. And I'm like, oh, stuff for like, it's worth it. Like, wow.
It's worth it.
It is.
And I know some people think it's, they call it pink collar nursing. It's aesthetic medicine.
Yes.
It's aesthetics medicine. If you think about even the name Muse, it's not only your last name, but Muse is inspiration.
Yeah.
And that's literally what you guys are doing. You're inspiring women and maybe some men too to like really show up as their best selves. And that's what it's about.
It is.
So I've seen some of your weight loss transformations, and baby, those girls were snatched to the gods.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Thank you.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race every single time. And, we're kind of wrapping down, but I do want to know, because you guys have such a great story, but also, when do you feel most in your power? Like, what makes you feel like powerful, like you're in control, you're making a difference? Like, tell me when you feel like the most in your power. And we'll start with Kristi if you want.
I feel like when you just have like that perfect Monday, like you coming off the weekend. I love coming to work on a Monday.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. That's our day. That's our day. And it's like packed. That's our busy day.
Yeah.
And everything goes well. All the patients are happy. I'm happy. I see all my favorites. And
The vibes are there. The playlist is going.
It is. We have our own curated playlist. And I just feel like those days when I'm getting the compliments and I'm like, oh, I even, stop to think about that stuff. People are like, oh, I'm so proud of y'all. Or somebody will be like, oh, I know your parents are proud. Or like, oh, you should be so proud. I'm like, you know what? We should.
I know.
You don't really get to stop and think about it because you're just going and working. And I'm like, I think this is inspiring people.
Yeah.
It is.
I would definitely say it would have to be a mixture between juggling like a great work day, but also when I get home and being with my son and, still like having the energy to be like a good mom, talk to him.
And he loves it.
And he does. He always talks about Muse Aesthetics. He tells everybody. And
He's 7.
he's 7. And he tells people like they need stuff.
Yes.
And he's like, "Mommy, it's time for you to get your lashes." Like if he knows, like he said, "Why do you have those lines right here? Like when it's time for the baby." I'm like, "Thank you for reminding me." And yeah, but it's like they notice the little things. Like he was reading books on all these like inspirational people, like Mae Jemison, Martin Luther King. And he's like, "Mama, they should do a book on you next." I said, "Really?" I said, "What would they say?" He was like, "They would say that you're a wonderful medical nurse," he said, "and that you do aesthetics and that you have your own place." And I was like, "Oh," so that was so cute to me that he notices that. And he was like, "You're so special and you run your own business." So I'm like, the kids are watching.
Because I think at first she was feeling guilty for being away from home.
I know. Yeah.
A little bit.
I was kind of like a stay-at-home mom before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
For
But
years.
he's watching, and that's inspiring him as well.
Yeah.
So let his mom do that.
Really made me happy that he was like, "Oh, they should write a book on me." I was like, "Oh," I said, "You know what? Somebody needs to write a book on me."
They should.
Yeah.
Title it Muse. Muse, right?
I was like, "Oh."
I think that's beautiful. And with that too, I want to ask you, Kiara, it's like, a lot of women feel that guilt.
Mhm.
I don't have children yet, but it's like a lot of women feel that guilt
Yeah.
as far as like, okay, I need to do all this work, but I also have my partner and I have my child. So I know you said that your sister said you felt kind of guilty about in the beginning. How did you kind of reconcile that? And what can you say to other women who are listening? How can you reconcile that? Is there ever really balance, or is it just you got to choose? Like,
You just gotta make the best of it. Like you gotta do your best wherever you are, and work
Especially
through
at
your
the beginning.
best. Don't overdo it. Like do your best while you're there. When you get off, be done with it. And like, I'm gonna go home and do my best now. Like you can't carry it over and be like, okay, doing all this. Like there's always tomorrow. Get back to work tomorrow. You could do the rest of your task or whatever. But you gotta have save something for yourself and for your family. So I would just say do your best wherever you are. You can't ever do everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to make you happy.
yeah, I think that's so huge. Wow. And it's like, so there's a couple themes that I've heard here. Okay, you guys so family supporting you is huge. Having the visionary and the kind of taskmaster is very important in business.
Yeah.
Understanding you can't juggle it all, making sure you have not only a good brand and that you invest in that brand. Like you guys even have a playlist. You have a playlist. You have I've noticed you guys, you have colors you wear. Like you're not playing games out here.
We have merch.
Merch, all of that because and let's end on brand. With that, how do you create a cohesive brand that builds a feeling for your patients? Because with all the things you are juggling, that's something that you've really focused on. So tell me more about building a cohesive brand that's obviously built on medical excellence, a cohesive brand that causes people to want to continue to come back and feel like they're part of a community.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I think it has to be authentic.
Right. For one, authenticity. People are gonna notice immediately if it's just cookie cutter.
Trying to be like the other mess by down the street.
right.
They're gonna know.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, this is not real. Like it's giving kind of cheesy.
You just cut and paste. I just got this off Canva and like here, I'll open the spot. Like, no. What are you
do
passionate
not
about?
have to look like everybody else to be successful.
No.
Well, that might not make you successful.
Right.
What made them successful?
Exactly.
You have to find your thing. What are you passionate about? Build your brand around that.
Mhm.
Ours was be your own muse.
Yeah.
Because we have so many people like, I don't want to look like this. I don't want to look, or I want to look like this. Like,
What do you want? You know?
Mhm.
It's like, I don't want to look like this. I want to look fake. Okay, what do you want to look like?
what do you want to look like? Do you know that?
Do you even know? So be your own muse. So your best self is what you want to look like.
And this goes for the patients and the owners.
Yeah.
I don't have to copy.
Yeah.
There is room for everybody. You have to believe you belong.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't, you're going to be an imposter. You're going to try to copy what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. My dad, he used to always say, "Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. stay in the middle of the road and
lane.
stay in your lane, baby. Just as she's going.
Yeah. And
Yes.
to stay in your lane, even though you have competition, you kind of feel like you don't.
Yeah.
That part.
You know, because I'm not competing with you. We're doing two different things. I'm
We
doing
do-
my thing. So I'm not even worried about what you're doing
Mhm.
because I'm doing this to my best ability. So what God has for me is
It's
for
fine.
me. I'm not trying to get spiritual on y'all, but
Guys, this is a podcast. We talking. These are girls, and we're going deep. But it's true.
for me, it's for me. Nobody can
What
take this from us, and
No
nobody
one.
can take that from you. So
No one.
you don't worry about the competition.
Don't worry.
And that
Everyone has
Not
their
everyone.
own secret sauce.
Mhm.
Their
Worry
own
about
secret sauce.
yourself, as long as you're successful, the patients are still coming. They're happy with their results. You're growing.
If
Keep
you're
doing what you're doing.
working for you, that's your lane, stay in it. Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that, guys. We're speaking to the practice owners too. Stay in your lane and stop looking at everybody, what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
Do things for your patients.
Yeah.
Don't do things to think about what this other practice owner is going to think of me, because that's going to get you into problems every single time. You're going to chase something that you can't ever complete, because by the time you've copied, you're already on to the next
Doing
thing.
something else. You're copying something, and they're probably lying about anyway. So
Girl.
not even telling you the truth. So
But for real, oh my goodness, this is so great. So,
so much.
I really love this. This is wonderful. And thank you so much for your time, your expertise.
So much for having us on here. I mean, it's such an honor. We're in such great company with all your other guests and you, and just thank you so much. Yeah, I've been watching. Yes.
Well, thank you. Well, guys, until next time, make sure you listen to the Diamond Hands podcast, leave us a review, and all the information about Muse Med Spa is going to be in the show notes. And hopefully in the future, we'll have a book.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thank
you.
Want more clarity like this? Join the Branded Practice newsletter community. I write about strategy, systems, and brand leadership straight to your inbox. Go to diamondhandsmedia.com to sign up. And if this episode hit, share it with someone still building without a brand. This is the Diamond Hands Podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go lead.